Well, welcome back. It's been a little while. Things are a lot greener on the old ranch out here than it was last time I talked to you guys. Things are coming to life. Grass is greening, the lilacs are starting to green up, and little kitties. Shed them on my deck that needs to be re-stained, so they're underneath my deck. So we just popped a couple screws out. Alright, plan today is to take you around, have you look at things. Lots of calves coming. Some baby lambs are here. You guys haven't even seen the sheep yet. And show you what's popping up in the garden. Show you some of the things that have changed with the peppers and things. So have been wanting to record for a while. Every time that I wanted to do it, the wind was blowing 50 plus, and that's springtime, and I didn't want to do that. So that's what's happening on 4B Ranch. Uh-oh, I left the windows open and it rained a quarter-inch. I think it'll be okay. Sorry, Dad. That's okay. I might pop you up over here, and I'm gonna bring a few bales to the cows here. Let's see. This post looks really big for you to be on. Stand by. So I can grab that. Should communicate what we're doing down here. We staged some bales closer to my place so we can, a couple of reasons, I guess. One, get the cows kind of out of a wet area closer to where we winter them, which is down further north, and it pulls them kind of out to more of a fresh pasture grass area, even though the grass is right now can't keep up with the amount of cows. So we're feeding, you know, kind of equivalent of what they would need in the winter, but they're trying to pick grass because they're not really loving hay this time of year. They'd rather be on a fresh green pasture. Another reason we can feed with the skid steer here. We don't start a tractor, which is quicker, more convenient for us. And then kind of another reason that wasn't our intent but does make sense is that this end of the pasture has never had, well, I won't say never, but in the last few years has not had kind of a refresh of any sort of fertilizer, or, you know, we don't spread fertilizer, but even just having cattle on it, they pick through it. But now we're gonna put, you know, kind of a bale grazing type setup here. They feed for a few days on this area. We could walk over here as long as they don't walk out of the gate, and you can see that there's old hay, right? They're going to come back and pick through some of this stuff. There's urine, there's obviously manure that's, you know, kind of squishy. That'll dry up and refresh kind of this area. We feed a lot, kind of, you know, winter, move bales, you know, every few days down that end of the pasture, but nothing's really given back here. So it's nice to you know, spread some of that kind of natural, just biodegradable fertilizer. That whole idea of bale grazing here. There's one of my cow there. She actually was a first calf heifer a year ago and aborted really early, and we decided to give her another chance. She's got a beautiful bull calf this year. They look good for the most part. We've had pretty good luck. You always knock on wood when you say stuff like that, but no big catastrophes to speak of. So they shut the windows, but maybe it rained because they didn't shut the windows. Looky there, beautiful pepper plant, right, Granny? You want to talk about it? Well, one thing I didn't explain was my debacle with pepper plants. This spring they looked good. We had transplanted them, and then I was overwintering a plant for my fiance right here that got a little cold blight. It got cold blight or frost because it was filling my house with aphids, and the aphids attacked my pepper plants and killed them. And then my tomato seedlings killed them all, like bang. So had to buy some peppers. I'm restarting some tomatoes. Hopefully can push them along. But I'm gonna give you a download. Added some patio peppers this year, some new containers. I think that'll be kind of fun. I bought some tomatoes locally that they needed to be upplanted, so I just put them in a big pot since I had room. Obviously not a tomato. Can you smell that? This is going to be a cherry tomato that'll live in that container for the year, so you get fresh cherry tomatoes. Yeah, let's go look at the journey. Should we go look at the garlic, or should we just look at you? You know the kitties are under there. Hi, Mama. Ain't that cute? I'd have to go back and look whether or not I tilled in the last video or not. Before the last video, I don't know, I guess. But the garlic, that was the plant that starts in the fall and comes up in the spring. And look at there. It's probably 10 inches tall. Started growing garlic a few years ago. My future in-laws turned me to it, and grown quite a bit of it the last couple of years, and it's awesome. The dill. This is my row of dill. It's actually from seed. I tilled it in, and obviously got some weeds already coming, which stinks. Not in the weed picking season yet, but more of it kind of in a row here. It's a little bit thicker, so have some dill coming back. Planted that last year in hopes that it would come back. Probably gonna have to trim some of it back with a little tiller, but and then I had like four strawberry plants, and I want to expand the strawberry plants this year. Got to get in here and do a little bit of cleaning up, but that was like a patio strawberry plant a couple years ago, and it actually keeps coming back. Got lucky on there, but I went and bought, and I have more coming of these bare root plants, so they're coming. But one thing that is growing in here, that's, well, if it was 3 leaves it would be a legal substance, but that's actually a tree. That is a buckeye tree. There's a couple buckeye trees on the house farm here, and apparently one ended up here. I don't know by a squirrel or what, but I haven't decided if I'm going to pull it out and put it in a pot yet or not. So yeah, these bare root plants, all these little bare root strawberry plants are growing nice. Gotta get in here and do a little bit of weeding, which no one likes to do, but it has to be done. So that's kind of what's going on. Maybe a little bit of a shorter video. Oh, little lambs, of course. We gotta take it to the lambs yet. So this is how big the garlic patch is for reference. I don't know, I could step it off, but it's probably 10 by 8 in terms of yards. a little bit. Maybe slightly bigger than last year's patch. But I think tonight I'm going to plant some peas, some carrots, do a little bit of tilling. I won't bore you with any of that, but we'll do that. Plant some peas, carrots, and what else is I going to plant? Radishes, maybe just to hear it early on. Maybe not. Oh, I got lettuce. We'll see what happens tonight, but how many sheep are there?
How many sheep are there? This will be 10.
The lambs, that'd be lambs.
Lambs, sorry. 10 lambs. I think there's 18 sheep, I don't know. If you know how many sheep you have,
You don't have enough.
you don't have enough. And
Journey.
every year it changes.
Journey knows where she's going.
Yeah.
She buzz.
Alright. Don't run him over. Don't run him over. There's the new guy. Say hello.
Welcome to the place. See, now it's propped up.
Oh, look at that. Alright. Give him a shot. Alright. That's a dull needle.
There's a dull needle.
Well, during COVID, I couldn't get tags, so therefore we had to go with different tags.
What is it?
It's a boy.
Oh, good.
I'm a boy.
Do you know why we dock their tails, Grandma?
So I don't get poop on them. Oh, we're going to get rid of the option to make more lambs and make it a wether, not a buck.
1, 2.
1, 2. 1, 2, B7. Everybody look out.
Mary had a bunch of sheep.
Okay. Not run me over.
Do you want to do the outro?
Huh?
Do you want to do the outro?
See you later.